going on YouTube? It's your boy Tiny Tim, and I am back again, and I'm close to the camera, but I am talking about House of the Dragon, episode 6. Let's go ahead and get started. First we see in episode 6, this is halfway through the season, we get in our first major time jump, and I'm for it. However, I just don't want it to jump no more. It can't jump no more, and I'll be okay. But for right now, I'm feeling good with it. I'm feeling good with some of the characters' age progression. I'm feeling good with where they are in the story. A lot has happened in the last 10 years, and I got a lot of notes. We're gonna talk about some of it. At first, I wanted to know why the queen want to see the baby initially, like first off the rip. And I just... it didn't click to me, but based on the storyline that I'm aware of, the timeline and the way she had her kids, I always thought that she had kids with Daemon. Now, these might be the kids that are talked about. The kids that we being introduced to now are not Daemon's kids. They not Laenor's kids. They ain't nobody's kids. So nobody, well, we know whose kids they are. But I'm watching the show and I'm sitting there like, okay, well, based on the preview for this episode, I was like, all right, cool. Sometime in that 10 years, Daemon gonna bang his knees and they gonna have 3 kids. But no, that's not how it went. Turns out she got another person who wasn't Criston Cole, who's closer to her, and got a little intimate with the Strongs. The Strong being the oldest brother, or the oldest son, of the current Hand of the King. Also brother of the Cripple, who was snitching on people last episode. So, you know, we're going to get to that in a second. But what's with Rhaenyra? You know, got to bang who's close? That's not how that works. That's not how that's supposed to work. But she did it. And I was wondering at first, like I said, why the queen wanted to see the baby. But turns out this is kid number 3 with somebody that's not Laenor. The same somebody, but just somebody that's not Laenor. And that don't go over well. That doesn't go over well. Everybody knows, it's documented in the documents, in the books. They write it down. So-and-so son of so-and-so color hair, this. And I'm like, everybody knows, but don't nobody want to say nothing. And the king is so fucking oblivious. He's so oblivious. He had a nerve to say to her, well, nature do funny things sometimes. Nature funny that way. No, bro. No, son. You know your daughter up to no good, man. Why don't you want to see it? Don't nobody want to see it. Everybody's trying to tell you, and you saying, slander. Get your old Benjamin Franklin looking ass up out the screen, bruh. You look like a whole, I just discovered electricity ass motherfucker, bro. Beat it. I don't even know if that was him, but so fucking what? He looked like he belonged back in the day. He is on his last it's 10 fucking years. How he still alive, yo? 10 years and all he lost was a fucking arm. He should have lost his life. But that's a whole nother. No, it's not. It's the real fucking deal, man. How the fuck is he still alive? I need them to explain that. I need another sit down with the Maesters and for them to say, the only way we saved you last time and kept your arm from rotting your whole body was X, Y, and Z. I need them to explain that to me, or I'm going to feel some type of way, bro. There's no way he makes it out of this season. Come on, bro. You done had your whole shit ate up. The closest side to your heart, and you still kicking at the 10 years? Talk about, oh, my grandbabies. Got a nose like his daddy. No, the fuck he do not. Cut it the fuck out. Viserys, you are dumb. You're oblivious. You don't know shit. You're trash. How are you still alive, bro? The queen like to throw shade, right? So the queen say, I want to see the baby. Laenor say, I'm going to walk. Well, Rhaenyra say, put my dress on. I'm going to go see the queen. I'm not leaving my baby's side. We going to go see the queen together. Laenor say, well, I'm going to escort you and my baby to the queen. At least let me walk with you. Let me hold my arm or something. United front. Do all that. And the queen, she say a line that's like so much shade. Like, keep trying, Sir Laenor. Maybe you had one that looked like you eventually. Maybe. Damn, like, cut it the fuck out, queen. You on some other shit right now. Like, she had a little bit more balls. I think she got a little more balls now because 10 years later, she's shown it's like a dynamic shift in who she was to the king versus who she is now to the king, and the dynamic, the power shift between them two. Shit look crazy, but she the queen. She really don't have no power. In essence, everybody under her maybe, but when it comes to king shit, she ain't got it. But one day you had one. Keep trying. One day you had one look like you. Bitch, if you don't get out my fucking face, I got my wife over here bleeding out because you wanted to see my fucking baby. We got to go lay down, man. You had the kid come out, the afterbirth come out. I walked halfway around the block just to come see your punk ass so you can look at my baby and ridicule us and judge us. Fuck you. Fuck that bitch, man. Get the queen off the stage. I didn't even know who these kids was. This is before they revealed that it was the strong guy's kids. And I wrote it down like, whose kids are these? But I do like the fact, though, that the kids were having a lesson and we get a first look at the actual dragon pit. See, in the first episode, second episode, whatever it was that the mom died, that Emma died, we saw the dragons going into the pit underground, but we never saw the actual pit. Now we're seeing the underground pit, and we're seeing Aegon, who's what, 16 now? Should be 12, 14, 15, 16, whatever it is. He's older now, 10 years later. His little brother, Aemond, is older, but still, he ain't got no dragon. We've seen a lot of the dragon pit, and I love it. I love it for what we about. This is the House of the Dragon. We should be seeing more of the dragons and the dragon pits and all this other stuff. So I feel good about that, but I just don't like the age progression for the kids. It doesn't add up. I mean, it do, but it don't. I don't know. I was confused. Because I'm like, whose kids is these? All right, we know there's two blind kids. All right. I'm so ready. Here's my thing. Okay, here's my thing. I got fucked up watching this episode because I was so ready for them kids to come out and it be 3 kids and they be Daemons. Cut to find out, it ain't Daemon. Daemon halfway across the world with his new wife. And that fucked me up. So I'm sitting there like, damn, so 5 kids she had? I forgot all about the king having the 2 boys, Aegon and Aemon. I forgot all about that shit because they was hardly in the other episodes. Even though the hunt feast, that was his second birthday party. She was pregnant with another one. That he was whining and crying every episode. Okay, what the fuck did that mean? It wasn't relevant to me. And we fast forward time jump them 10 years, and they still not relevant enough for me. But I'm sitting there like, whose kids is these? Who the little brown haired babies? Who the little white haired babies? Whose kids are these? I thought they was all 5 right there, and I'm like, God damn, she was pumping them boys out, wasn't she? But I forgot about, Alicent and, the king having some kids. They give us one little glimpse at the daughter who's sitting there seeming like she a little, she locked in, I'll say. She locked in on her studies, studying the caterpillar rings or whatever it was she was studying. I'm like, did they just do that for the fan service? Because they didn't mention her name. She ain't had hardly no lines. She was just mimicking, mumbling. Rings on the feet, and the feet go on that ring. There's a couple rings on the body. I'm like, little girl, who the fuck are you? Like, say a name or something, bro. Who are you? And the whole time she talking to somebody, Alicent was talking to somebody in the background. Yeah, the feet on the last ring ain't no ring. Ain't this. What the fuck are you talking about? Yo, who are you? I don't even know who you are. I gotta check the cast listing. I'm gonna check the Wikipedia. I don't know who the fuck she was, man. That's allegedly the daughter, but allegedly. We don't know nothing about her, man. She ain't got no lines. Fuck her. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit because a couple of notes that I put was just random shit I was writing down. But we see all of this, right? And we see the queen has already talked to the king about the kids looking not like a Targaryen and all this other stuff. So we see Alicent. This not what we see Alicent right away. We see old Aegon, not old as in gray, but older, the teenager Aegon, beating his meat out the fucking window. Hey, yo, my man, why you out the fucking window, bro? Like, you got all of Flea Bottom, whorehouses and whore dens and drug opium dens. You could go, you could call bitches, you royalty. You're a fucking prince. You can have all the bitches you want come to the fucking room at your age. And you beating off out the fucking window? What the fuck? All of Flea Bottom, covered in whores, and you want to beat off out the fucking window. I just thought that was stupid. And then for your moms to walk in and catch you yanking it while you out the window, like, come on, bro. That's not a good look. It's not a good look. Whole time she badgering him about, making sure the line of succession is right because X, Y, and Z, your life is on the line. He like, I don't give a fuck about that. I'm trying to beat off out the window, man. Let me finish. Like, she like, you yelling at him and shit, bro. Why are you yelling at him? He doesn't fucking care. And it's been 10 years. And if you haven't been on his ass about it up until now, you're fucking lost already. You had 10 years to get him in line. He's still fucking off. But you so worried about Rhaenyra and whatever she got going on that you're not focused on your kids. If your kids was next in line, or supposed to be, if Rhaenyra fuck up, you should have been on them, not worried about what her and Laenor and whoever else is doing whatever else. You and Kristen Cole and the cripple, y'all got some bullshit going on. Y'all so worried about that y'all fucking up the line of succession because the current king has 2 sons that are definitely for sure his. But because he named her heir, you acting all, you acting funny about it. Like, no, bro. The moment that something goes sideways, he next in line. And now 10 years later, you just now worried about that? No. Where was he at when you was worried about what the fuck Rhaenyra was doing before? Oh, Rhaenyra fucking her uncle. Let me bite my nails and claw my whole hand up. Oh, Rhaenyra fucking Krista Cole. Let me bite my nails and claw my whole hand up. The king, he got something growing up his fucking arm and he want to fuck me. But let me worry about Rhaenyra and this. Worry about your fucking self and your kids. Any fucking way. And when she started badgering him, she sounded just like her father, Otto Hightower. You need to make sure he's prepared, he's ready, he's this. Nah, bitch, you late. You were so worried about what's going on with them. 10 years later, you dropped the fucking ball. That's on you, not them, not him. You can't get him to just snap. He's been beating off out the window. Clearly, he's been beating off out the window for some time now. She just happened to walk in on him doing it. Like, who gets the idea to ski out the fucking window? Out the window? Anyway, she sounded like her father, and we didn't see Otto Hightower, so I don't know if, he's gone back to their village or what he's doing, but she sounds just like him. We don't know if she's communicated with him since him leaving or what, but, it's just weird. It's just weird, and after that, I don't know. I'm going to have to rewatch that that sequence because we go from that to seeing Damon again. Damon and Lena, they're off on another part of the world talking about an alliance with Dorne. Not them, but talking about some war and stuff going on, and the people that they're guests at their home, they invite them to be, the regents there and all this other stuff, and hold seats in that mansion and all this other stuff because of war alliances. And Damon is like, fuck all the politics at King's Landing, but I will hear you out. I like to stay here. Fuck it, I don't want to go back. But this person who is claiming to be Lena, I'm going to say that because like I said before, the casting seems a little weird to me. It seems a little off. She doesn't look like they progressed her age properly from the previous episodes. Lena, that is. She looks a little 45, 50-ish. She looks a little older in the face than she should be. But whatever, it's HBO. Everyone's working the magic, but they just did that wrong to me. So, we get a glimpse of them, and they're in this village. They're sitting down having a good old meal, and in this last 10 years, they've already had 2 daughters and got 1 in the oven. Damon ain't playing no fucking games. Like, they must have started fucking at the wedding where homeboy got his head bust last episode because, bro, these kids are relatively close and they look pretty fucking old. I'm thinking 13, 14, not 10. So I don't know whose kids these are. I feel like the casting and the age progression with the black characters is totally fucking wrong, and it's been wrong since they introduced Corlys and his 2 kids in the first episode. So that's just what I think about it. I did write down, it's crazy. It's crazy how strong Lena's genes are, because you would think that the male Targaryen gene is stronger, but the Velaryon gene, the black folks, that gene is strong because both them babies came out chocolate, okay? Milk chocolate. Not mixed, not albino chocolate. And I'm like, yo, how the fuck them 2 babies don't look nothing like Damon, but they know they his? You know what I mean? Like, it's just weird. Like, they his kids, but Rhaenyra kids, question mark over them like it's a game of The Sims or something, because I don't know. Criston Cole is bitter, and I put exactly that on my notes, but he ain't playing fair. He ain't playing fair because he's bitter. Rhaenyra didn't want to leave with him when they was coming back from Driftmark. She said, no, fuck you, I'm not doing that. He comes back, confesses to the queen, to the wrong shit. Then he's standing out by the Godswood tree, about to kill himself until the queen stops him. He's fucking bitter. And in the last 10 years, he's had to watch the captain of the Knights Guard, the King's Guard, fuck his ex-boo and father 3 kids. Now, of course, we know that him and the queen, they got some weird fucking alliance. So they out to expose Rhaenyra for what she is. Why? Because she a bitter ex-friend and he's a bitter ex-fling. It's a bit like, y'all, why y'all bitter, bro? Leave her be. Let her fuck whoever. Shit. Why you worried about it? But, Criston Cole don't even want to be there. But they out in the courtyard and he's training the kids and this is this. And, the guy, Strong, come in like, yo, you sure you want to be training them that way? Because, I'm just saying, just make sure you fair with everybody. Make sure everybody's getting the proper training on the same level. Boom. And Criston Cole, bitter ass. Oh, yeah? That's what you're saying? How about this? Oldest against oldest, youngest against youngest. That's still not an even match. You're still not training them nothing. You're still not teaching them nothing. So I just feel like that was some bullshit, but it was really to goad him into exposing himself. And he did, because he socked Kristen Cole in the face a couple times. You know, that was a nice little boop, 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 boop. And Kristen Cole laying there dripping. I thought as much. Like, you fucking rat. I used to like Kristen Cole when he didn't say shit. But I should have known as soon as he fucked the princess, he was going to be a bitter motherfucker, bro. I thought he was just going to kill himself and then boom, that'd be it. Or somebody was going to have him killed and then that'd be it. No more Kristen Cole. Cool. Get him out of the picture because I don't like where his character has gone already. I'm good on that. He was a noble knight. This. Yeah, then you soiled your claw by trying to fuck the prince, well, actually fucking the princess, and now all of a sudden you a bitter motherfucker. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit at all, not one bit. You know, you bitter bitch. You sitting there talking about her, how she a spoiled cunt, but you a bitter bitch. How about that, bitter bitch? Ugh. He bitter, yo. He's a fucking bitter bitch, man. You ain't getting the cooch no more. Now you want to expose everybody else. Had you fucked her, had you had some kids with her, kids would have came out with brown hair too. Then the queen would have been exposing your punk ass. Or killed you. The fuck out of here, bro. Why you acting this way? That shit gets on my fucking nerves with him, yo. Ugh. Shortly thereafter, after that shit, we see Rhaenyra go to speak to someone, and she happens to overhear in the stairwell the conversation after the fight between Kristen Cole and the Knight Strong Knight, whatever his name is. Here's a conversation between the Strong son and the Hand of the King, and they going back and forth, and she's hearing this like, damn, shit fucked up. You know, this might not be the play. This might not be the move. You know, and I'm pretty sure it was earlier in the episode, she says at a council meeting that she offered up one of the sons to the daughter who ain't got no fucking lines, you know, to try to bring the houses back together and make the line of succession clear and cut and this. And the king's like, that's a fine idea. Do it. And then, you know, once she hears this, afterwards, she got to go to Laenor like, you know what? This is a fucking joke. I made a mistake. Let's beat it. Let's get out of here because this ain't it. This ain't the play. We just got to bounce right now. And I think between her and Daemon, that's the best play. That's the right idea right now. Let things simmer down at least. Daemon just made the play 10 years prior, you know. And now, like, I think she said it, Alicent, she said it while talking to the king after that meeting. She's like, nah, she's just trying, you know, the gates is closing in on her. She's just trying to make shit sweet, and shit ain't sweet right now. You know, she guilty. And the king like, nah, yo, it ain't even like that. Yo, cut it the fuck out. She like, nah, yo, I cut it the fuck out when I'm dead. Fuck out of here. Yo, she's got to go. She's got to go. And I feel like based on what I've seen for the preview for next episode, it's gonna be interesting. But yeah, she's sitting there talking to him. She's sitting there talking to him initially. This is before they said let's go. Initially, she was like, yo, something ain't right, something brewing. But he was ready to go back and fight in the Stepstones. The Stepstones is unguarded, getting fucked up, being destroyed. Who knows what's going on out there? But he talking about a war in the Stepstones. They talking about alliances. Daemon and Laena is at the dinner where they talk about alliances with Dawn and shit still going on in the Stepstones. So shit's brewing behind the scenes. And I made a note of that because in Game of Thrones, throughout the whole first season, there was stuff that they talked about at the council meetings in different scenes that didn't seem like pertinent information. But later we saw that it was directly connected to Daenerys. It was directly connected to everything going on in Essos that we should have known about. The writing was on the wall for seasons 6, 7, and 8. Because it was all talked about in episode 1 and season 1 about the two Targaryen children who are technically have a claim to the throne across the sea in Essos. Okay, but technically, it's just the one chick who's the princess, who's the heir. Talking about Daenerys, but they were just talking about how Robert Baratheon was like, I don't give a fuck about that bitch, kill her. I don't care. It don't got shit to do with me. And it's kind of fucked up, but he never got a chance to stop the hit or the attempted hit on Daenerys. But in this show, I'm trying to pay attention to more of that shit. The behind the scenes don't really have to do with the main character's plot line. You know what I mean? Like, we talking about wars and alliances with Dorne and a lot of the other families that we've heard of before, like the Martells and stuff. It's like, I need to pay attention to this because later in the season or later in the series, these things are going to be good information. These things are going to be things that I'm going to be like, when did they say that? And then I have to rewatch season 1 again. And I don't want to go through all that. So I'm trying to pay attention to everything. And I was, picking up on this stuff that Laenor wants to go fight in the Stepstones. Cool. But he's drunk and he just want to go fight. She like, nah, yo. He like, I'm going. I got to fight. Ain't nothing for me here, no way. She go, you know what? As your princess, I command you to fucking sit down somewhere. And I'm like, yeah, that's some horse shit. You didn't say as your wife and this is this. No. As your princess, sit the fuck down. You staying. Like, damn. I mean, she got a good point, though. Shit getting crazy with the rumors swirling about because you know these ain't your kids. You know this because you don't even like my cup of tea. You know these ain't your kids. You gonna try to abandon us? Hey, man, a good sailor dip off when the storm brewing. Fuck all that staying and weather the storm shit. She go to him later like, yo, let's dip, yo. Fuck all that. I hear you, but what I was talking was foolishness. We out. Let's go to Dragonstone. We're going to set up shop there. Bring him. Bring whoever you want. But we out, yo. We need all the swordsmen we can have. And, okay, you deal with his sword, and he going to deal with the fight. Whatever. Either way, we out. And she, she's like, fuck it at this point. And we out. I feel like it was a good move. Because technically that's her seat anyway. That's her place. She should have been there anyway. She shouldn't have just stayed in King's Landing. Once she was named heir, she stayed. She went to the council meeting. She learned things. She chimed in. She did whatever the last 10 years. But she should have been doing that from Dragonstone anyway. And she even said it. She said we should have did this years ago. But she should have been doing it from Dragonstone anyway. Having her own little situation there would have prevented all of Alicent's bullshit. It would have prevented all of her snooping and getting in my business and this. Nah, you ain't gonna get in my business because I'm fucking who I want. I'm doing what I want, when I want, on my island. You know what I mean? Like, they should have went a long time ago, but she just wanted to be too close to that chair and it kind of fucked her, So the hand goes to see the king. After all this bullshit and that, the hand goes to see the king. And he goes to the king. I want to come to you like a man, your grace. I'm going to tell you, this is a dark cloud over my house right now, over my family. She's a little fucked up, okay? And I just think we should step back. And I think I'm going to quit. I'm going to go ahead and put my 2 weeks in. And, well, what's the dark cloud? The king said, what's going on? Whole time, Alicent in the back like, yeah, that dark cloud. What is it? Because early in the episode, the king told Alicent, this the last time you're going to say that bullshit. Because if some shit like that is really going on, you know the ramifications of it. You know the consequences. Everybody got to die. So you're going to say this the last time you're going to say that shit. So now Alicent in the background like, about that dark cloud, what's going on? Because if you say it, I don't have to say it. And I didn't have to, I don't have to say anything else. Because the king said, I can't say nothing else. If you said, though, it'd be like both of us said it, and then it'd be another person saying the same shit. So the king, it'll click. Because it took forever. It took two people for him to realize Otto Hightower was up to something. And he still married Alicent and whatever else. Okay, it took him forever to fire Otto. Because it took two people to say, you up to no good. But this motherfucker go, I'm quitting. I'm going to put in my 2 weeks. And then, well, no, I don't accept. Put the thing back on you. You still the hand of the king. All right, well, how about this? If I can't put in my 2 weeks, let me get a 2-week vacation. I'm going to go over to Harrenhal. I'm going to set my son up over there where he's supposed to be. And then I'm going to be back. Sound good? The king like, all right, Joe, but come back. You know, the queen tried to force it out of him. He tried to get him to say it because she can't no more. She is running out of ways to tell the king what's going on with Rhaenyra. And you know, it's weird, but she tried, she failed. Motherfucker, the hand of the king tried to quit and failed. And it's just a lot of that going on lately. They, you know, apparently Laenor's trying to fuck the princess and failing. I doubt it though, but you know, it's kind of crazy. We talking about all of these changes coming in the episode and going in and out of the episode, and people leaving and going and coming and going, and we see this scene that made everything click for me. That this was halfway through the season. This scene made everything feel like in episode 1 or the death of Emma. It made it officially feel like it was a new set of episodes. It was a halfway mark to say. And I was talking to the fellas about it before the season started or after the first episode, and we were trying to figure out when the new Rhaenyra and the age progressed characters were going to show up. And I remarked it, and I said I thought it was going to be like a mid-season finale type thing, or a break, a couple weeks off, but no, all he did was just jump us where they needed us to. And now here it is, the second half of the season. We're starting off seeing everybody progressed 10 years. So I'm okay with it, but, you know, we see the parallels between now his wife, Laena, giving birth, and the baby not coming out. I don't see no maesters. I don't know who that little Mexican dude was, but he ain't look official. But, you know, the baby's not coming out. And now Daemon is faced with the same decision that his brother was faced with when Emma was having birthing issues. Can I say the baby or the wife? Because he's faced with the same idea, the same concept, the same problem. I'm like, yo, he gonna have to make the same decision that the king did? That's fucked up, man. Laena ain't been on the show no time. First we see her at 2 years old, then we see her at 12 or 14 or whatever it is, talking about, I ain't gotta fuck you till I'm 14. And now all of a sudden, she a grown-ass woman with 2.5 kids, and we get to see her die. Nah, that ain't it. Daemon look over, she gone. I'm like, oh, shit. She said, fuck that. I thought she was going out there and had a baby by a tree, man. I thought it was going to be a natural birth or something. She walking out to her dragon. Laena said, nah. She walking out to her dragon. Rhaegar. Is it Rhaegar or Rhaegar? One of them, the big motherfucker. Standing outside talking about some Dracarys. I'm like, oh, we just going, you a dragon rider, huh? That's how y'all supposed to go out? By the flame of a dragon? Oh. So we gonna have suicide by a dragon. This motherfucker Daemon got the slowest feet ever because he couldn't get outside to her to stop her. But he got to witness it. And the whole time she's yelling at her dragon, Dracarys. The dragon is like, yo, I'm fucking asleep, yo. Who is ringing my doorbell? Oh, what's up, Ma? What? You can hear it in his groans. He wasn't trying to do that shit. But because he is locked in, connected with her, he has to obey. That's why he hesitated. And they said it early in the episode, your dragon won't listen to nobody else once he's bonded with you. She's bonded with that dragon. He wouldn't have listened to nobody else except her. And he had to listen to her. Cooked on the spot. You know, you hate to see it. You hate to see it, but she was not about that, the me or the baby. Nah, she said it early in the episode, I'm a dragon rider. I'm gonna die a dragon rider's death. And I need to be on my homeland and watch my kids grow up and Driftmark and this. And I'm like, yeah, I should have fucking known then. Because based on TV theory and my Walking Dead theory, which you should check out the Walking Dead episodes coming up, based on my Walking Dead theory, every time somebody talk that happy-go-lucky, happy ending shit, somebody fucking dies. She said, I want my kids to grow up in Driftmark. I want to give birth on Driftmark. I want to go back home and live there happily ever after. You did. You did now. Fucking crazy. I should have fucking known, man. Leave that in. I should have fucking known. Fast forward to dude sleeping, the pops, the hand of the king sleeping. He sleep and Harrenhal is burning the fuck up. Somebody has set fire to Harrenhal, which we saw that it was Larys who got the prisoners, cut out their tongues, did a task for them so they could live with no speech. Okay, cool. Cuts out their tongues, gets them to burn Harrenhal, burns up his father and his brother. This is Larys, the cripple. Burns up his father and his brother. Goes back to the king and say, yeah, I did what you told me to do. The queen like, oh, I ain't asked you to do that. I ain't nobody say kill nobody. I just wanted them to go away, out the picture. Well, they out the picture, and I expect you to pay me my money. Whatever else I'm due. He gets everything that his father has or had and is entitled to, as well as, since his brother's dead, the seat on Harrenhal. Ain't that a bitch? Overall, I feel like it was a great episode. Lots of fire, death, and deception, as only Game of Thrones can provide. And I'm excited for next week, because I really feel like Alicent about to be exposed. And I really feel like some other things are going to unfold and come to light. And that's the way Game of Thrones should be. Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon. But that's the way it should be. And I'm excited. And they haven't lost me like some other shows. But they haven't lost me. I'm on the hook. And I really feel good about it. And I really can't wait for you to tune in and watch with me. But until next time, go ahead and comment down below what you think's going to happen next week. And what you think Alicent and her bullshit is up to. Just comment down below. But turn on your bell for notifications so you know when I go live and post again. Make sure you follow me on all socials at TinyTimGaming3 here on YouTube and on Facebook at TinyTimGaming. If you don't see the logo, that is not me. If you don't see this dashing mug, that ain't me. But yeah, until next time, you know, it's your boy Tiny. Ouch. Joe, but come back. Yo, Smokey, come back. All right, man, all right. I'm going to come back. I did it again. So...